New unemployment numbers out today, and they are good news. 200,000 new jobs created in December of 2011. That is very, very good. God bless. Now, unemployment has dropped down to 8.5%. It hasn't been that low in quite some time. So that's also very good news. Now, it's not astounding news, but it's definitely solid. And there aren't many reservations that go along with this. Now, a lot of the months we give you numbers. We say, yeah, but on the other hand, it's because of this, this, and this. A lot of people left the employment sector, and hence not a lot of people looking for jobs, and that's why the numbers are misleading. In this case, not a lot of caveats, so it's actually pretty good news. And here's a really solid fact, especially for President Obama and his re-election campaign. If you're interested in that, well, this is going to be something that's definitely going to encourage you. Since January of 2010, we have added 2.7 million jobs to the economy. That's a lot of months in a row where we've been adding jobs, not detracting and subtracting jobs. And remember, the guys who created this mess in the first place, undoubtedly, without a shadow of a doubt, the Republican Party and George W. Bush. They destroyed our economy. We lost 13 million jobs by some estimates, and then we had to dig out of that hole. And are we digging out as fast as I would like? No. Have some of the proposals that President Obama, gone forward with as strong as I would like? Not even close. Having said that, the Bush administration clearly destroyed jobs, and the Obama administration is clearly adding jobs. So, I got a question the other day on another media program that I was on RT actually, on whether it'd be no difference between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama. Look, I've told you, unfortunately, they're both pro-banks, pro-corporate America, take tremendous amount of lobbyist money, and then unfortunately succumb to a lot of the pressure that comes from there. Is there no difference? You got to be kidding me. Mitt Romney's tax cuts would create a $6.5 trillion hole in our deficit. So you think they're going to help the deficit? They're not going to help the deficit. And you're going to be shocked to find out the biggest beneficiaries of Mitt Romney's tax plan are millionaires. But I'm not even worried about the income inequality at this point. I'm worried that if Mitt Romney goes back to the Bush era, in fact, doubles down on it because his programs are even more radical than Bush's, that we're going to collapse the economy again. So, yes, there is a difference. And by the way, here's another Republican proposal that has cost us a tremendous amount of jobs, and the economy could be in better shape if we hadn't done this. What was the Republican idea throughout the country? Austerity plans, where we cut public sector jobs. Well, that has cost us, in 2011, 183,064 jobs. Imagine if they had their jobs. Imagine if those people were able to spend the money that they would get from their salaries, which would then go back into the economy and create even more jobs. But all that was taken away because the Republicans insisted, no, when a Democrat's president, that's the best time to actually make sure that we fire people in the middle of this ongoing, in reality, recession. Now, it's not technically a recession. Why? Because, as I just showed you, we're adding millions of jobs. So, look, there's a lot that could be done better, but none of it comes from the Republican proposals. All they want to do is double down on exactly what got us into the mess last time around. But in the midst of that, look at this comical explanation from Rick Santorum as to why the economy is getting better. Apparently, he talked to Dave Katniss at Politico, and here's what Dave tweeted out. He said, Rick Santorum says he thinks unemployment rate is dropping because of, quote, optimism that Republicans will take the White House. Oh, come on! Come on! Come on, come on. You kidding me? Now you're saying, since before, when the unemployment numbers were bad, it's Obama's fault. The next month, when the unemployment numbers are good, well, that's obviously because the Republicans are going to retake the White House. That's a pathetic thing to say, man. It ain't remotely true. And David Axelrod literally asked that question in his own tweet. He's kidding, right? Saying, Santorum, unemployment dropped because of widespread optimism that Republicans will take the White House. And I got to, for the first time in a long time, agree with David Axelrod. That's got to be a joke. But that's the entire Republican Party's a joke.